Trustee Mr. Josh Sward. And Trustee Mr. Steve Tuxhorn. I would also like to recognize the person that's taking care of this music, and he doesn't like for me to actually give him any recognition, but I definitely appreciate him, and that's Mr. Austin Billett. We also have Mr. Darren McCrae. He is streaming the ceremony live on YouTube, and I definitely want to appreciate him for that, or thank him for that as well. Now at this time, one of the big things that I have to do is, and it's really important, and it's one of the things that makes this place go, the MEC runs because of these people I'm about to introduce to you, and that's our faculty and staff. We have our first up is our secretary, Ms. Jessica Armendariz. We have our teaching aide, Ms. Nancy Munoz. We also have Ms. Cindy Christopher. Math teacher, Mr. Josh Davila. Social studies teacher, Mr. Bud Navarrete. Our English teacher, Miss Becky Hicks. Our nice custodian that keeps everything the way it needs to be, and that is Mr. Jesse Bustos. And our school nurse, Miss Ann McAllister. Now, honestly, without these guys, this doesn't function daily. I mean, they do a lot of things for me, for one, and I'm also a swim coach, so I'm gone a lot, in and out, but it's kind of like we take care of each other, and then the main thing is we want to take care of these young graduates to help them get to the next level in their life. I'm very proud of them for that. So we are definitely thankful for these folks to help us get to where we need to be. Now, excuse me, I think I need a drink of water. What I want to do at this time is I'm going to have Mr. Powell come back up, and he is going to address our senior class.
Good evening, graduates, family, friends, administration, and faculty. Graduation speeches are supposed to be speeches that inspire you. I could stand up here and I could tell you to chase your dreams and reach for the stars, or go and change your world. Or I could ask you the question that every graduate gets asked 100 times in 100 different ways by 100 different people. That one question that says, so, what are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? Some of you have an answer to that. Others are still figuring it out. And to tell you the truth, many of us are still trying to figure out what is the answer to that question. But maybe there's a better question than what are you going to do? And that question could be, who are you called to be? There's a difference between career and calling. Career and calling, job and vocation. A career is something you build. It's a job, it's your title, it's your paycheck. And all of those are good things to have. But calling goes just a little bit deeper. It's not just about what you do, it's about why you do it and who you impact and what kind of person you become along the way. One of my favorite authors is a man named Frederick Buechner, and Frederick Buechner said it best. He said, vocation is the place where your deep gladness and the world's deep hunger meet. What makes you come alive? What burdens in the world break your heart? And where those two things overlap, that very well can be where your calling is to be found. I want to share a story with you about a man named John Wood. John Wood was busy climbing the corporate ladder of Microsoft. He was successful, he was wealthy, he was respected, but something still felt off to him. Something wasn't right. He wasn't feeling accomplished in all the things that he was doing. On a vacation that he took to Nepal, he visited a remote village school, and it had one room, it had dirt floors, and there wasn't a single book inside that school for the children to read. The principal looked at him while he was there seeing the school, and he said, "Maybe one day you'll come back and bring us some books." That one sentence haunted him from the moment he walked out of that school. John went home, and he left his high-paying job at Microsoft, and he founded an organization that was called Room to Read. It was a nonprofit that builds libraries, and it builds schools, and it provides books, and it helps educate children, especially girls, in some of the world's poorest communities. So far, Room to Read has helped over 32 million children across dozens of countries. He walked away from one of the biggest tech companies in the world to answer a calling that started with a simple need: children who needed books. He found the place where his deep gladness and the world's deep hunger met. And it changed everything, not just in his life, but in the lives of the people he gathered around. Now let me assure you, you do not have to go to Nepal. You don't have to leave a tech job to live out your calling. You can begin living out your calling right where you are, and today can be the first day of finding that calling. Sometimes callings look like ordinary faithfulness right where you are. There's a short verse in the Bible that I reflect upon often. It's a verse it's not about success, and it's more about how we live. In the book of Micah, chapter 6, verse 8, the prophet writes, "He has shown you, O mortal, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you? To act justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God." Folks, that's not a career plan. That's a calling. To be a person of justice in a world that often looks the other way. To show mercy where others hold grudges. To walk humbly, not with arrogance, but with purpose and grace. You don't need to be famous to live that way. You just need to be faithful. You need to be faithful right here, right now. I want to tell you another story. There was a man who worked the overnight shift at a hospital. He wasn't a doctor and he wasn't a nurse, but he was a janitor at the hospital. He cleaned floors, he emptied trash cans, he mopped up messes and other things that nobody else wanted to do. But over the years, people started noticing something. He remembered every patient's name. He prayed silently for them as he cleaned. He brought encouragement to exhausted nurses and grieving families. He even helped during a few emergencies because he knew the halls better than anyone else. Well, one day someone asked him the question. They said, "How long have you been working here as a janitor?" And he smiled at them and he said, "I'm not a janitor. I'm part of the healing team." That's calling. He didn't need a spotlight. He understood his why, and he understood his purpose. Here's my challenge for you today, graduates. But don't let this just be your challenge today. Let it be your challenge every day. Chase more than a paycheck. Chase your purpose. Aim higher than a title. Reach for truth and compassion and courage. Let the world see your joy. Let the world see your grit and know your heart. The world is hungry for justice, for mercy, and for hope. And your deep gladness might be exactly what the world needs. As you move into the next stage of your life, My prayer for you is very simple, that you would find your calling, that you would follow it boldly, and that you would become someone who changes the world. Not always in big ways, but always in meaningful ones. Congratulations, class of 2025. God has plan and purpose for you.
That was really good. I liked that a lot. That was on point. So at this time, we're going to go ahead and get to the part where we came here for. So now, Mr. Smith and the Board of Education, could I have the first row of seniors, graduates? Go ahead and stand. If you will come around. Okay. Yvette Adaro. Jasmine Adonie Benavides. Daphne Victoria Cornelis. Alyssa Lene Dinman. Stephen Tyler Gaddis. Manuel Grant Gilbert. Lily Ann Heflin. Mara Hernandez Leva. Jennifer Lopez. Jesus Gabriel Ayale Lujan. Stephanie Charis Matthews. Jaden Lane McGilvery. Jonathan Abraham Mendoza. Branson Luis Michael Murphy. All right. Ayarin Isabella Muniz. Munoz. Jovan Marcus Phillips. Omar Alejandro Rios Ramos. Addison Taylor Samples. Samuel Alberto Sacero. Kevin Valencia Sanchez. Armando Valdez. And in Simptia, or absent today, is Delilah Valenzuela. James Tavi Williams. Seniors, if y'all would go ahead and stand. Give James a minute. All right, guys. The moving of the tassel is symbolic of the fact that you're moving from one part of your life into another. It is an indicator that you're moving forward in life as you begin to serve a very important in your role today in our society. So seniors, please move your tassel from your right side of your mortarboard to your left. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you the Monahans Education Center High School graduating class of 2025. And if I could, because we're going to exit the building, if I could get all of y'all to wait until our graduates walk back out, and you can go out front, take pictures, and enjoy this last moment of high school.